Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to see how to use my new CopperCube extension. This extension animates the display of letters with sound with the possibility of shaking the words to print more emotions within the dialogue for your projects. Therefore ideal for dialogues into DRPG style games or others. For this we will need 3 overlays, as shown here. Here is the first overlay, which we named here, text_background. Now let's click on attributes. Here I decided to set draw background to true, but it is not mandatory. Position mode should be on absolute pixels mode also. And this will have to be the case for the other 2 overlays. For the position, we can leave X and Y at 0, because the extension will be able to place it later where we want. This will make our job easier. But we'll see that later in the video. Since my project is in full HD, I decided to set the overlay width to 1920 for a height of 200 pixels, but this is not mandatory either. Draw text should be set to true, but there should be no text in the text parameter. We're done with the first overlay. Now let's move on to the second one, the one that will host the shaky text. I forgot to mention it, but the 3 overlays should be invisible. We will control their visibility later. As you can see here, the settings are the same as for the first overlay, except for draw background, which here is not checked. Why is that, you might ask? The reason is that we are going to superimpose the overlays, and that text background is the only one, with a visible black background which will be like a support for the other 2 overlays. Draw text checked, and I decided here to put a red color to the text. Now for the last overlay. It's mandatory and must be placed after the shaking one, otherwise the rest of the text will shake, which is not what we want. And as you can see here, it has the same settings as the text background overlay. Now let's see the last note of the scene, text sound. It is not mandatory, but brings a touch of modernity compared to the dialogues, which are displayed without sound effects. And as you can see here, visibility is unchecked, volume is at 100%, play mode should be set as nothing, and play as to D should be checked. Now, all these scene nodes have no established behaviors, as you can see here. The behaviors are placed in the root scene node. Here they are. The first is to trigger the Advanced Typewriter extension. The second is a variable that allows the extension to skip the typewriter text animation and display it directly. The last one is just there to exit the application. Okay, now let's look at the first behavior because that's where our extension is. Let's see what each parameter of this extension does. Use text file. When checked, uses a text file. If unchecked, uses the native text to display setting. Text file here is dialog.txt. The line number to read parameter is the line of your text file that you want the extension to display. In this case, I want to display the first line. As you can see, there are HTML tags before each line. These lines are used to better organize your dialogues, and these tags will not be displayed by the extension. For example, Here I used the shake tag to remind myself that it is line number 2 that should shake, and that from line 3 the shake should stop. Scene node must be one of the 3 overlays, so we have an action extension for each line to be displayed through one of these 3 overlays. Speed is the speed of the typewriter animation of the text display. We can also adjust punctuation pauses when the text has them. This makes the dialogues more lively, more immersive. Here you can choose whether the text to be displayed should shake or not, and you can also adjust its intensity. Now here we can decide the X and Y position of the chosen overlay. Here I set Y to 880 pixels because I want to display my text at the very bottom of the screen. And since my overlay is 200 pixels high and I'm using 1080 by 1920, 880 is obtained by doing 1080 minus 200. By doing this, we can keep our overlays at the very top of the screen and edit them without having to adjust their position in their native attributes each time, because when they are at the very bottom we cannot edit them. Now let's see the rest of the settings. Skip key code represents the JavaScript code of the keyboard key you want to use to trigger the skip text. Here 32 represents the space key. Sound effect should be our sound node, text sound. The skip works with the variable we saw previously, which uses the prefix TWA underscore. And the last one launches an action when the current one ends. Here, as each action represents a line of text in our text file, we will restart our typewriter action at the end of each typewriter action, as long as we have lines present in our text file to display. Like here, this second action page is for our shaking text, and so choose the overlay text BG shake to display. Please note the X position of this second action. It is different from the first, which is 0. We will see this point later. Here, same thing. Third action to display line 3 of our text file, and which uses the overlay text BG after shake to display. Note here that the shake is not activated, and its X position is also different from the others. Now I will show you how to align the texts to be displayed in each overlay. You should make all overlays visible for this. Now, go back to the first overlay, text background, and use the native text box to write in a single line the first 3 lines present in your text file like this. To do this, I copy and paste the lines from my text file into the text area of my overlay. And that's it. Now the goal is to match the other 2 overlays to the first one. To do this, we'll take the second line and paste it into the Shake Overlay text box. There you go. Now we need to match the letters of the words in the overlay with the red text to the letters of the same words in the base overlay. This represents the second line. To make them match, we will change the exposition value of the red text overlay until the overlay is perfect. Let's try a value like 250, for example. As you can see, 250 is not good. Let's try something else. $255 is perfect. Now we will enter this value, 255, into the exposition parameters of our typewriter action extension. Remember that this corresponds to the second action. Now we will repeat the same operation for the third line, which here corresponds to the rest of the text. Okay, now we have found the perfect value, which is 520 to here. Now we will add this value into the exposition of our action. Remember that this corresponds to our third action, for line 3 of our text file. Now close all your action panels and set all your overlays to invisible. And don't forget to delete the text in the text box, since it is managed by our extension. Remember to leave Draw Text checked for each of the overlays. Now we will test our project. Here we have set the T key to trigger the actions. Everything works perfectly as expected. Now there is one last thing to do. It is to manage the visibility of each overlay alongside the use of the extension in the action panels. But since this .ccb file will be downloadable via my link in description on my itch.io page, you will be able to understand quite easily how this is set up. And that's it. I hope I haven't missed anything, but like I said, go visit my itch.io page. The link is in the description. Also, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching and see you for the next one.